Hello, today is Tuesday, October 28th, and we're going to begin today far away from home. But as an atmospheric scientist, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this. We have something going on far away from where we live that is quite catastrophic and for the island of Jamaica. And some of you may have heard about this on some of the more national broadcasts, but this is Hurricane Melissa. Hurricane Melissa, I want to point out, as of the 5 a.m. Hurricane Hunter advisory that was released, has a minimum central pressure of 901 millibars, which I believe, and I'll have to check my records, I think in the Atlantic that is the seventh strongest hurricane ever recorded according to minimum central pressure. If this hurricane's minimum central pressure were to fall, and again, the lower it gets, the more powerful the hurricane gets, then it will be shattering all sorts of records. It likely will not become the strongest ever, as that's down in the 880s for millibar of that central minimum pressure. But this is a catastrophic storm. It is now starting to make its turn to the northeast, which is going to be a direct hit on the island of Jamaica. And actually, is what makes this even more devastating is the fact that it is going slowly. And so when it's traveling slowly, you experience these effects: the storm surge, the winds, the rain. So if you've ever been to Jamaica, you know what the island is made up like. I know they're urging people to get to the north side of the mountain where the elevation is higher. The maximum sustained winds, these are not gusts, the maximum sustained winds are 175 miles per hour, which is just extreme, especially as a sustained wind. So, anyways, wanted to do a brief comment on that. You can see all this orange up here by Florida. That's actually associated with a frontal system that's going to keep Melissa away from the continental United States. Now, if we zoom out and we get closer to home here and we actually kind of zoom in, apologize for my radar. It's got to get its looping fixed. But once we actually have this, you can see we do have a few scattered showers across the area and some clouds. Nothing really widespread. I wouldn't go more than just saying some sprinkles or some light showers, especially down as you head south and east of Louisville and up just west of Bloomington. Now, if we back out a little bit, this is kind of the shower area that we dealt with yesterday. We're still kind of on the back edge of that, but we're between two different systems. So that low pressure exited the area, and now we have a new low pressure system that's going to be entering the area, continuing this chance of showers across the area. That's the notes for today: clouds and scattered showers. Less than a tenth of an inch, though, if you get caught in any of these showers. Now, let's go ahead and go into a deeper dive here. You can see here's the clouds across the area. The first thing we want to check out, though, are the cloud levels. And so, as you can see, widespread clouds across the area. You may get a thin spot or two throughout the day, but we're going to have a mix of low level, mid level, and upper level clouds. So what's that going to do to the temperatures? Well, anytime you're dealing with clouds, you're going to keep those temperatures down really from what they can get up to. We're going to see highs in the mid 50s today, but I'm looking at this. This is the 850 millibar temperature map with winds, and is what we want to look for, these little wind barbs. And if they are blowing perpendicular, so opposite of the line of temperature, which could indicate air advection. So if you were to see warm air advection, then you might take the temperature forecast and increase it a couple of degrees because we're funneling in air from the south. I see a little bit of that today, but not much to really make a difference. Now, composite reflectivity, this would be the future radar. If we put this into motion, this is now around 7 a.m. and then we continue up throughout the day. You can see just these spotty showers here and there. Again, we're between two different systems here. And then as we head into this evening, so this is 5 p.m. tonight, you can see where we start to get some more widespread showers approaching from the west. And as I put this into motion, you can really start to see this low pressure system right here. So if I go ahead and play that out, you can see there's the low pressure system. It is going to stay to our south. So as we head into tomorrow, this is kind of going through tomorrow, but you'll see that we get a higher chance of showers, but we're going to see the heavier amounts a little bit further to the south. And if we actually jump over and look at the QPF here across the area, again, quantitative precipitation forecast, that's how much you can expect. You can see some of these little gray spots, which indicate, a few hundredths of an inch of rain. But as we head in towards this evening, you can see it starting to approach from the west. We are now like early tomorrow morning after midnight. You can see some areas with some precip. And then you can see where the latest model runs have this really sticking to the south as we head throughout your day tomorrow. Now, that's something else that we're going to be watching out for. But as for today, let's go ahead and take a look at our almanac. We average a temperature around 66 degrees, average low of 46. We're going to be below average today. And again, has to do with being between these two systems and seeing all the clouds. You can see we're nowhere near any records on precipitation. Now, bus stop forecast this morning. You don't see a whole lot of change with the temperatures today. 49 this morning, 55 for a high across most of the area. We are going to keep that small chance of showers just in case. Across the area in southern Indiana this morning, we're going to see these low temperatures again in the mid to upper 40s, but these high temperatures are really just going to stay pretty consistent in the mid 50s today. As your 7-day forecast, you can see we're dealing with these chance of showers. We're going to introduce some windy conditions tomorrow as we see this next low pressure system kind of skirt us to the south. Then we finally uncover the sunshine Friday into Saturday before we get into more scattered showers on Monday of next week. So that's kind of what we got going on right now across the area. Clouds, scattered showers. So try to enjoy your day and keep Jamaica in your thoughts and prayers for what they're about to go through. And otherwise, we will see you back here tomorrow.